Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Where last time, we made our way here, to Vivec, where I completed my pilgrimage, and in doing so, I learnt how to fly. No, seriously, I'm just like, a fair way up in the sky right now, and I've been flying for some time and it doesn't seem to be wearing off, like, possibly I could just fly now, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's just, mosey back down to the ground in case this wears off at some point or another, because, yes, we have still got a fair whack of business to take care of in this bit of the world. Here we go as step one, the main plot. Caius wants me to speak to 3 people, and I will do that, but, of particular interest to me, Hulia, who apparently is Morag Tong, basically Morrowind's Dark Brotherhood, so, okay. We most definitely need to make friends with this individual and figure out how to join them. Though speaking of which, yes, if the Spymaster Caius Kosades doesn't know how to join them, I'm guessing it's gonna be more complicated than just walk in the front door and fill out a job application, even though it's completely legal. Like, how can you have a society that functions completely legally, everyone knows about it, and yet no one knows how to join it? Okay, that's a mystery we're going to look into. Still, I'm standing by the temple district right now, and one of the people I need to speak to is working in the Hall of Wisdom at the temple compound. So, right, Mayra Milo, temple priestess, works in the libraries at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. She's a friend, so be careful, don't get her into trouble. So, okay. By the sounds of it, yes, she'll probably be cooperative, given she's a friend of Caius, which probably means she's a long-term informant to the Blades. So okay, let's start there. Need to find the Hall of Wisdom and a librarian with copper hair and copper eyes. Ah, here we go. That's the High Fane up there, like, the core temple. But down here, Hall of Justice on one side, so I'm guessing you, my friend, going to be Hall of Wisdom, spot on. So, right, this is going to be, I was about to say a very large library. But okay, there's also underworks. Right, basically, everything in Vivic is very, very big. Gotcha. Okay, there's a library upstairs. That seems like a good place to start. So, there we go. Apparently that's coppery. So, right, Mayra, me and you need to have a chat. And by the sounds of it, yes, if we're lucky, we won't need to just... Okay, literally no persuasion, no anything. That's precisely what I was hoping for, though I wouldn't need to, bribe or anything. She hears the word Caius, she wants to go somewhere private. So, oh yeah, you've been an informant for this guy for some time, haven't you? So alright, just to follow her, and when I say follow her, fly after her, because I just seem to be flying these days, that's just what we do, and, alright, I'll give ya. There's a good solid amount of books here, I love it. So, right, Mayra, let's talk business. Go ahead, I'm afraid I don't know anything about a 6-house cult, but I can tell you about the Nerevarine, so... okay, that's another reason she wants to step to the very rear of the library. Nerevarine is like, a heresy. The Ordinators probably wouldn't like to hear her talking about it at all. So here we go. The temple does worship Nerevar, but only as a saint and a hero, not a, the same level of living god as Vivic and the other two whose names I've actually forgotten. So, right, prophecies of a reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. So the Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are the false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. But a group called the Dissident Priestess disputes the temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. A prescribed book, Progress of Truth, describes their belief. Get a copy of this book for Caius Kosades. That will tell him things he needs to know about the Nerevarine cult. So, I'm guessing these Dissident Priests are not in Vivec. They would have been driven out long, long ago. I'm guessing, yes, if I were to poke my head into the Ministry of Truth up in that floating rock, we might find some of them in there, so, right, might be something to keep in mind for later. Oh, and I can see why, yes, the temple might not be delighted about this. They suggest the powers of the tribunal are sorcerous, not divine. So, they're just very powerful mages, not gods in the slightest, so, right. I see the problem there. Yes, that would be why the tribunal wants to really stamp this out. And as for the book itself, okay. There is a copy in this library. It's not like, burnt or anything, but I fear I'm being watched by ordinators. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans and outlaw books for profit or principle. So, right. We might want to, yes, check the cantons for bookshops. And speaking of which, given we're doing proper plot stuff right now, here we go. The game did give me a reading list. So, okay, whenever I'm at a bookstore, or in a library, which I'm in right now, keep an eye out for these books. Now, War of the First Council, I'm pretty sure I've already read. Saint Nerevar, not seen that one. Nerevar, Moon and Star. Okay, I know something about Moon and Star. I was told that by the Telvanni up in Genesis, and the real Nerevar. Now, that one sounds like, yes, that's going to be a controversial book, potentially. Okay, basically keep an eye out for, yes, any book with Nerevar in the name. Oh, and one more useful thing here too, which is, okay. She's read the book, and her friends and her former priests have gone into hiding, so, okay. The Ordinators are getting a bit, fighty these days, and she thinks it's only a matter of time until they come for her, so, sooner or later, I too must go into hiding, if it's not already too late. When you return to Caius, tell him I'm worried, and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word, Amaya. So okay, just keep the word Amaya in the back of my mind, just in case. So okay, time to check out the library, though by the looks of it, okay. The library's kind of a cheat, because it looks more full than it actually is. For the simple reason, most of these books are just a giant pile of duplicates. Gotcha. Okay, though, speaking of which, in the library here, yeah, underneath the darkest darkness here, there's a document. The deed to Indrel's house. So, okay. Hang on, why is there, a property document here in this library? So I, Morsera Halalu Valando Amani, have legally purchased a home in Sadanin of the Dunma Indro Rathion and the accompanying land for 3,000 golds. And then witnessing dates, etc, etc. So, okay. What on earth is this doing here? Hilariously, because I'm, yes, currently flying, all the time, I can't crouch right now, and this document is owned, so if I take this, am I going to be immediately arrested by Ordinators? Okay, no one's arrested me. Good, 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 good. At bare minimum, yes, it'll be nice and easy for me to get any books up on the top shelf for the time being. Oh, there she is. The Progress of Truth are right at the top there, though, yes, let's just say it's, very well guarded for the time being. Still, bare minimum, yeah, let's just, take a look-see at it, see what we've got. We'll probably buy a copy for Caius from the bookstore, but while I've got it here, let's see if, yes, we can figure out what's in this beyond what we were already told by What's-Her-Face a second ago. Ah, well, there's one thing of note, which is, yes, the tribunal powers might not just be, powerful mages, they might derive their power from the Red Mountain, that horrible place we went previously as part of, yes, my pilgrimage, which is where Dagoth is based and where his power comes from. So, right, that would, paint the tribunal in a much worse light if that was the case. And as for, yes, their fake divinity, potentially this was created by devices made by the ungodly Dwemer sorcerer, Kagranak. Okay. I don't know what a false construct numidium is, but once again, just series of words to just put away in the back of my mind for later. Thing of note number 2. Here we go. Potentially there are differing accounts as to what happened at Red Mountain that we'll need to dig into as we read these various books, I'm sure. But on top of that, okay. The tribunal may have been misleading the people about their ability to protect Morrowind from Dagoth, and in particular, concealing a recent dramatic diminishing of the tribunal's magical powers. So, right. In theory, if they were sucking their power from the Red Mountain, if Dagoth's getting better at sucking power, maybe there's less power left over for the Tribunal. Ah, speaking of, yes, disputed accounts of the fight at Red Mountain. Okay. Ashlanders tradition, once again, the Ashlanders keep coming up. We need to go visit those guys at some point, clearly. They say yes, the Tribunal were not at Red Mountain at all during that pivotal moment. And they say the Dwemer destroyed themselves, rather than Nerevar destroying them. Okay. What does that mean, like, precisely? Okay, never mind, come back to that. Ashlander tradition further holds that Nerevar left Dagoth guarding the profane secrets of Red Mountain, while Nerevar went to confer with the Grand Council, the Tribunal as they used to be, and that Nerevar died at the conference, not of his wounds, but instead from treachery, so, okay, the Tribunal offer Nerevar, and then they go and confront Dagoth driving him beneath Red Mountain when he wouldn't yield to their will, so, okay. Bear in mind, of course, there's no evidence to support this theory either. These are both just conflicting stories. As for the rest of it, nothing quite so spicy. Basically just, yes, the Ordinators are dicks, and the senior priests in the Tribunal are probably corrupt in some capacity, so, okay. Before we leave the temple and make our way over to, yeah, one of these other two individuals, do not forget, John. Here we go. Now I'm actually, a part of the temple. I've been given missions by these guys too. So, there's a holy pilgrim, Tanusia Veloth. So I need to, yes, track her down because she's sick and theoretically could spread it to other people here in Vivec. Though, because she's been blessed by Almalexia, one of the two other Tribunal members, she doesn't actually suffer from the disease, but she could still make others ill. So, right, we need to track her down and tell her to go to the Corpusarium. Presumably, yes, a special quarantine for people with corpus disease. So, okay. You, random person here, does that name, like, mean anything to you? There we go. Mayra Milo. No, that's wrong. John, you literally just saw the name. It wasn't her. It was someone down over here. Tanusia. Well, no one in the temple is, yes, saying anything to me about that woman, so okay. Maybe ask about when we're in the various cantons. If I'm in the right one, and maybe someone will know what I'm talking about. So, okay. Next up, yeah. The Khajiit, member of the Thieves Guild, should be an easy ally for me. Located in St. Holmes, that is, yeah, pretty much right next door to where I am, just a tiny bit further into the city. Meanwhile, the assassin, he's in Foreign Quarter. That's right at the front, so okay. We'll take care of, yes, the other chappie first. So, we're looking for Adherania, who is a Khajiit and will be located somewhere in St. Holmes. Problem is, I don't know where, and also... okay. By the sounds of it, yes, St. Holmes might not be the nicest, safest place. This one might be a bit more tricky. Here we go, St. Dellen on the left as I look at it now, and then St. Olms on the right. So that will be you right there, my friends. And okay, it would appear that, yes, the layout is almost identical to that Foreign Quarter I was in previously. So, right. All the cantons might look basically the same in terms of architecture and layout, which might make navigating them a bit easier. And okay, locally at least, yes, I can now ask about this person. That Sneak, she's somewhere here in St. Holmes, I don't know where, so, right, need to find, yes, someone a bit more friendly or knowledgeable about the locals. Oh, this is possibly concerning. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit named Adherania. And I don't know where to find her, but it concerns me you just said that without being, like, asked or prompted. So, yes. Her name is Adherania, she's Khajiit, you know where I can find her. I'm so sorry, but I actually don't. Still, feels to me like, yes, this location might be more businessy. We've got brewers, we've got fishmongers, tailors and dyers, so... right, this feels like, yeah, this might be a big market location or something. Also, I appear to be not flying anymore. Right, I'm back on the ground. Good. That means I can, crouch and jump and stuff. It actually makes it easier to get around sometimes. Here we go, we've got someone. So, yeah, I've nipped downstairs into the canal works, like, you know, the watery district, one floor down from where I came in. So we've got an agent prowling around the canton. This agent whose name is Right. Duvianus, the same chappie as we had upstairs. He's been showing an interest in Atyranir. So my guess is, while this agent is making his appearance, Atyranir will be hiding in the underworks. Swims pretty good for a kiddie, gets her inspiration from the agent, I guess, look for the trapdoors down from the canal level. So, right, she's right down bottom because she's having a bit of a problem with, well, basically, a tax collector. So here we go, just a bit along, we've got ourselves a trapdoor down to the underworks, though, okay. This is functionally a sewer. So we might want to, like, I don't know, maybe get some actual proper magic ready to go. Though, speaking of which, John, where are we in terms of, yes, level right now? Okay, still some way off from doing anything. But I will say, okay, my personality right now is 30. And a fair few factions are going to start having problems with me due to my horrendous face once again. So, okay. We might want to, yes, really focus on getting a good personality level in play. Because otherwise, oh yeah, a lot of factions actually depend on personality. It kind of comes up more than anything else. So, okay. Might want to do a bit of training, but also a little bit of illusion. Though admittedly I barely know any illusion, and yes, what I do know is unreliable. Okay, I need to go and yes, and maybe find a good shot that can let me do a little bit of that. In fact, John, if you're going to be doing a lot of negotiating, then, okay, the cheapest charm spell I could find, that might be a good call. Like a really low-level charm spell, just boosting disposition, the tiniest amounts. For now, just a summon a mace from hell, and do bear in mind, yeah, someone did just specifically say, hey, she swims well. Suggesting, yeah, there's a good possibility. Oh! Blighted rats. Right. That's worth keeping in mind. Also, who the cock are you? Are you, like, relevant to this? Well, you're not Khajiit, and okay, hang on, there's a bad person down over here. Who's quite okay. This is John. There's a really bad person down in the sewers who's attacking me. This here, this is what you use scrolls for. You've got all these bloody scrolls and you never use them for anything. So how about you use them for something? Here we go, let's crack out some flipping hellfire. So, no, and then I got knocked down and... Okay, watch out for her, she's mean. I mean that, or we could just, like, you know, go down a different trapdoor. Because potentially this leads... Oh! Yes, you know what? This feels like a much better door to go down right here. There's no person attempting to murder me, and there is... a cat. Hello there, Atyranir. So, okay, Caius says to you, speak with Atyranir, and you have done this thing, you are speaking with Atyranir. But Atyranir will not talk to you, because why? Okay, the bloody agent. Yes, I know. So, what do you want doing precisely? Ah, the problem isn't just you haven't paid your taxes. The problem on this occasion is... yes, what you've done is traded in Dwemer artifacts, and shame on you, Atyranir. Who would ever do such a thing? So, okay. Ebony as well. I've seen that on, yeah, pirate ships that crashed on the coast previously. That makes sense. So, okay. We need to make the bad agent go away. Okay. Duvianus, let's me and you have a lovely, lovely chat. And okay, surely the best option is, yeah, just lie to him. I think she took a gondola to the mainland. Maybe if you like, you know, head to the direction of Genesis, you could catch her before she escapes. And, okay, nice and easy, we've got rid of you. Oh, and before this guy wanders off, yeah, just always checking on rumours. When you're in a new town, you never know what you might pick up. So, okay, trouble at Fort Frostmoth on an island called... Saltzheim. That rings a bell. Hang on, wasn't that where we went in, like, Skyrim? In the DLC? Where we went to, like, you know, a weird Morrowindy type isle? I think it might be, you know. So, okay. Check around. Cool. I know where cool is. Way up north. So, okay. Something to do later. Gotcha. And just make sure, yeah, we go down the right bloody trapdoor because, okay. Understandably, yeah. Slightly sinister people are also hanging out down in the sewers. I'm guessing there's all sorts of trouble down here. So, by the looks of it, it's something I don't want to deal with just yet. So, right. We've got rid of that person. Brilliant. Job done. So, a Tyranneer is now happy to see me and happy to tell a friend of my good friend Caius all about the Sixth House cult. Though, yeah, she knows nothing about the Nerevarine. And specifically, you're right. It's not like, you know, the ancient history, the prophecies or anything she knows about. She knows about something much more down on the ground. She knows about smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients, because they have a new employer, the Sixth House, who pay you very, very well. What do they smuggle? I don't know, because they're very secret. And that's odd, because smugglers are normally loud and bragging. But now they hush up like fat-bellied kittens are full of sweetmeats, so... okay. That's a good, solid lead. Smuggling. That's what we probably want to be looking into. Though something just occurred to me. A potential connection here, which is... that boat I found. The one that was nearby to Hlaod. Ash sculptures. The little red sculptures that I saw that I thought were really bloody weird. Ash. That's connected to, like, Dagoth, like, Ash slaves. They were, like, inside the ghost fence. And I swear I saw an Ash zombie, too, so, oh. It might not be the sculpture. It might be what it's made of. Ash from, like, inside the Red Mountain, being smuggled around in the form of a sculpture, but maybe powdered back into ash is... I don't know, I'm kind of just guessing at this point, but okay. I think things are starting to come together here. Right, that's your business taken care of, and no trouble with that whatsoever, so... okay, in which case, hang about. Ah, yes. Hulia in the foreign quarter, and oh bloody hell, you, my friend, you're the one I really want to make friends with, because you might be my way into the Morag Tong. And yeah, for him we've got an actual location, Black Shulk Corner Club, so okay, just need to find that in the foreign quarter. And yeah, foreign quarter was right at the front door, yeah, literally the one I came into when I was first looking around, though, okay. On the way, there's also the Great Houses. And I'm not sure if I'm even, like, you know, allowed inside the Great Houses, but I was just saying, I would not mind, you know, having to do a less bribery by virtue of knowing a charm spell or two. And if there's going to be one place in this bloody city that's got good magic salesmen, surely it's going to be the Telvanni Canton, like they're all about magic. It is, however, entirely possible that, yes, I just won't be allowed inside, full stop, because I'm not part of their house or whatnot. Oh, okay, it turns out, at the very top of the canton, there's a great big room called a plaza. So, okay, this place is even cooking bigger than I thought, and right, manor houses. This is the fancy bit of town right up top. Gotcha. This is where, you know, the rich folks live. Okay, I say fancy, possibly in a Vivic, yes. It's like, you know, a small city apartment. So, this is like, you know, one of those fancy houses. It's one room downstairs, and then 2 single beds upstairs. Okay, like, fancy by these standards, though. Alright, I'll take some flipping light armor while I'm passing by. Thank you very, very much indeed, madam. Sorry about that, I'll get out of your hair. So, right. By the looks of it, yes. This is like, you know, the somewhat fancy bit of town, but even then, space comes at a bit of a premium in this city. Okay, don't get distracted here, John. Stay focused. So, yeah. If I'm traveling northwards, then presumably this should be... hang on, is this... That's Halalo. Is this the Redoran McGibble? No, this is the arena. So, oh. is there an arena? Like there is in a flipping Oblivion? Do I get to, like, fight in an arena, potentially? Oh, now this is cool. So, right. That area we just saw over in St. Holmes, which is normally, like, you know, the fancy posh plaza, in this canton, it's literally the arena. So, public entertainment, combat sports, and on top of that, right. By the sounds of it, yeah, it's not just people fighting people, there's also animal fights involved. Oh, I wasn't even looking for you here, I was just excited by the, arena and whatnot, but... Okay, Tanusi's here. I've been looking for you, though mysteriously, like, not one person I've spoken to had you as an option in their dialogue. Like, I've not been able to ask anyone about your location. I'm slightly concerned, by the way, because, yes, it was specifically mentioned, hey, if you're, like, super holy or something, or can, like, demonstrate your commitment to the temple, yes, she's more likely to listen to you. I am not holy. I'm as low down as you could get. Like, I've done the pilgrimage, but that is the real bare minimum. Like, that's a low bar. Okay, madam, I'm really sorry about this, but, oh, you know what? I'm literally asking her to leave Vivic City. How about you have a little bit of money for the road, my friend? So, there we go. Up to 69. Nice. Bit of extra money. No, seriously, extra money. It's not working. Okay, 100 money. 73. Probably good enough to get you on side, my friend. So, yes, I need you to leave, please. And, why should I leave? Yes, you've got the divine disease, though no one's really explained what that means or whether I should really be standing this close to you. So, I've heard others make these claims. Why should I believe you? Am I disfigured? Do I look as if I have corpus? If you were more pious, maybe I would listen to you. I doubt you have read Sione's sermons. I'm going to be honest, I haven't. No, but give me a second, because there's a really good library just up the road. Here we go, I found a nice one right up here, on the far side of the library. You know, the quiet bit, so grab that if you'd be so kind. Now, what's so special about, yes, this book? Oh, hang on, I recognise these words, like valor, daring, justice, etc., etc. These are, yes, the graces that correspond to the pilgrimage sites I've been to, like humility, the fields of Kumo. Admittedly, I'm not sure, like, you know, how this would correspond to her coming to terms with her illness or whatnot, but... Okay, I'm taking this just to prove I've, like, read it or whatnot. Okay, and this time now I'm back with her, I can quote from the sermons, though, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not, like, 100% sure which bit I'm quoting, because, I mean, maybe humility? Is this something to do with humility? I'm actually not sure which grace corresponds to, like, you know, her leaving to go to quarantine or whatnot. I have no idea, actually, no. Okay, but while I'm this side of town, before we move on, yeah, like I was saying, I think if I go in this direction, this should be... yeah, the Telvanni canton, right? Oh, check it out, fancy blue lantern. So, okay. The lighting is different in each canton to help you, you know, recognize where you are. So, okay, the question then is, are these people even willing to do business with me? Because there is a Telvanni mage right here. Hello, Felvin Raylan. I don't like you, I don't want to talk to you. Goodbye. I can't even persuade him, because, yes, red means that's the only available option. Okay, I feel like these people are not going to be willing to do business with me. Oh yeah, the sorcerer next door is even specifically saying it's not just because they don't like me, literally faction members only. Okay, we can't really do anything, yes, basically any of the faction McGibbles, though. Sorry, did I just go out the back door or something? Wait, hang on, no, I'm just getting lost inside this bloody building. Blimey, okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay, I'll come back later when I've joined House Telvanni. Because I feel like, you know, you guys are basically like mad scientists, but with magic. And I am so into that. And okay, on my way past the arena again, unless I've missed something, I cannot figure out how to, yes, offer to fight in the arena. Because This is like literally the fighter's training room. By the way, I love your armor. That is very fancy, my friend. But yeah. He'll offer training, but if I ask about the arena, it's just generic dialogue. So, not 100% sure, yes. How or if you fight in the arena? Oh. Right, this might be a bit more, yes, dodgy and unpleasant than I first thought, because holding cells are also being mentioned. Suggesting, possibly, yes, this isn't like, you know, gladiators who decide they want to enter the competition for glory and whatnot. This might be more like, hey, people are going to be forced to fight against their will, against each other, and against monsters and whatnot. So, okay, Vivec might be a nightmare society, gotcha. Okay, back to the High Fane, and I do like your stupid floating moon prison. I mean, it's a dystopian nightmare, but it is kinda stylish, I won't deny. Anyway, back to my good friend over here, so... Right, we have now turned in our first mission by persuading her to leave. She'll be cared for in the Corpusarium and will no longer spread the disease. Since you may have been exposed to blight disease, take these potions, so... Right, just in case, yes, I end up, you know, going back into Red Mountain at some point and get sick at all, I've now got some potions to help, so... Okay, this might be how tribunal missions work, because that wasn't resolved by me, like, paying her money. That seemed unnecessary, in fact, I just wasted some money. That was resolved by me understanding the tribunal religion. Like, you know, having the right books, etc, etc. So, okay, that might be how this works. And as a result, I get to be Arya the Initiate. Marvellous, though... Okay, never mind, I'm also Arya the Acolyte. Better and better, and... Okay, was I like, you know, queuing up advancements for every single bloody thing I did in terms of the pilgrimage, because... Okay, just 3 promotions in a row. Honestly, that's plenty, so I'm straight up from Initiate to Adept. I've no idea how I got that high so fast, but good, basically. This is good news. To prove you have patience and wisdom, you must make the pilgrimage to the Sanctus Shrine. To make the pilgrimage, I must swear you to silence. If you speak to anyone before reaching the shrine, you will have broken your vow. Before you are sworn to silence, you may wish to purchase some potions of levitation or water walking. There's no easy way to get to the Sanctus Shrine in Dagon Fell, and the water can be dangerous, so... Okay, where's Dagon Fell? Because I have no idea where that is, so... I'm not going to agree to that, because I'm literally about to go and chat to an Argonian about murder. And if I do that, that breaks the vow of silence, but... You know what? That's kinda cool. Because presumably... well, actually, hang on. Does doing magic count as, like, speaking? Like, am I muttering magic words you just don't hear? And, like, when I'm swinging a hammer around, I often go, like, and ah, and stuff like that. Like, if I'm in combat at all, does that break the vow of silence? And I can't fast travel because, yeah, speaking to Silkstrider people or boats... That would be speaking. Though presumably I could use, yeah, scrolls of divine intervention, or the other one that takes you to temples, to maybe, like, skip a bit of distance, so... okay, that's kind of cool, but I'm not going to do it right now, because I would immediately, like, you know, not do it right. Okay, time to get to, yes, the big one, though, which is the Argonian, over in the foreign quarter up front, because, okay... We now know roughly what's going on in St. Olms. St. Delen, I'm guessing, is fairly similar. They were described as, like, you know, both being not the most affluent regions. Then we have got, yes, the 3 houses. I can't really do anything, I'm assuming, in any of them, given... okay, if it's anything like Telvanni and the others, yeah, till I join a great house, nothing I can do. The arena is mysterious, gotcha. And then we've got ourselves, yeah, basically... just the foreign quarter up there, because... hang on, that's Ebonheart over there. So, okay. Basically, yeah, the foreign quarter's right at the front. So, right, let's go find... what's-his-face? Hulia. And I know where he is. He's at the pub in that district. Okay, just arrived in the foreign canton, and, yeah. Once again, people reaffirming Julia's gonna be in the Black Shulk Corner Club. However, if he's not there, this person's got a second option too. Joe Basher's books on the same level of the Lower Wasteworks as the Black Shulk, so... right. A bookstore. That's precisely what we were looking for. And on top of that, rather conveniently, you are offering mercantile training, and that's a very good way of, yes, earning personality. So, right. I've got like £1,000 on me right now. I will take... Please come back. Do not wander off while you're training me. Okay, I want more training yet. Right, I've taken, I think, 4 levels of that, so personality is now up to 5 already, which is not bad. That's a +3 that I could take at this level. So that's pretty good already. And yeah, on top of that, hang on, I really need to work on speechcraft. It's embarrassing how bad I am at speaking right now. Here we go, just off of the main plaza, the Black Shulk Corner Club. So, we're looking for, yes, an Argonian. And here we go. That's an Argonian. Julia. Now, my friend, me and you, we have got a lot to talk about, so I welcome you as a friend of my friend, Aria. But I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in my way. I tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear there will be violence. Maybe you could speak with them, but be careful, and be ready. Right. Julia is, yes, not having a good time around here, though. Okay, before we get to that, let's have a chat about the Morag Tong. I'm only a low-ranking member, but pauper and commoner do not suffer from war here as they do in the West, thanks to the honoured traditions of House War and the Morag Tong. I have no idea what that sentence just meant, but I'm an Argonian, yet they treat me with respect. Okay, that's why you like the Morag Tong. If you get the job done, you get respect, you get advancement. They're not gonna be, you know, causing trouble for you just because you're an Argonian. Okay, I'm guessing there's gonna be Argonians and Khajiits floating around here. Gotcha. If you're curious, find a copy of The Black Glove. But please do not mistake us for the Dark Brotherhood. They're a perversion of an ancient Dharma tradition. They've sold their honour for profit and are no more than a league of murderers for hire. So, does the Morag Tong not pay? I'm going to be honest, I'm suddenly less excited. So okay, we've seen this sort of thing before, of course. Argonians and Khajiit as slaves held by Dunmer. So, by the looks of it, yes, some people take that so far. The idea of a not-slave Argonian walking around is enough for them to kick off trouble, so... right, there are some real nasty bits and pieces going on in Morrowind society, gotcha. And yes, he doesn't want to kill these people, because that would tarnish his Morag Tong honour. Meanwhile, yes, he's friends with the person who owns this club, he doesn't want to cause trouble for them either. And they presumably won't talk to him, because he's Argonian, so... right, this one's up to me. Gotcha. And I'm guessing it's these chappies over here, yes, given, yes, they look a bit more set up, ready to fight, so... okay. Gentlemen, shut up and butt out, Outlander. It's the filthy lizard we're talking to, not you. So this rotting piece of trash ought to be chained up somewhere, not running around loose. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure I appreciate what you're saying right now, because I'm an orc, and I'm sure lots of people feel the same way about orcs that you're feeling about Argonians. Like, I feel a bit of kinship going on here, so... right. What are we going to do with this? By the looks of it, yes, bribery is going to be the way to go, so... my friend, how about we just slip you a nice little bit of money right here. There we go. We're kind of running out of money at this point. 67. Now how do you feel about filthy lizards? It's an Argonian and I don't like it, but I can leave it alone. Okay. You, my friend, wanted this sorted out with no violence. It has been sorted out with no violence. You're welcome. So, okay, let's travel together to the bookstore, though. I did kind of just give away all my money. And I've got quite a long reading list to buy at the bookstore, actually. So, now we just walk away. That guy just hobbling after me. I wouldn't just run into that guy, by the way. I feel like you're on a thin ice with them. But, out we go. I'm pretty sure, yes, the bookstore I saw over on the far side of the plaza. Do not attack my friend, please. We're perfectly chill. Okay, hang on. This is Apothecary. Then we've got Alchemist and Rare Books. Beautiful. So, alright. In we go. Thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. Now, I said I'd tell you about the Nerevarine cult, so you can report back to Caius. I don't know about the 6th house, but I can tell you what I do know. So, right, this is presumably going to be, yeah, quite on the light side. Okay, just the basic facts we've seen in history books, in fact. They betrayed the other great houses, they were destroyed for their treason, though, by the sounds of it, yes, there's a lot of competing accounts as to what the hell actually did happen at Red Mountain. Nerevarine, meanwhile, this guy understands better. To understand the cult, you need to understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to Dunmer of the Great Houses. You also need to know about the persecution of the Nerevarine and the legacy of the false incarnate, for the Nerevarine cult is at the heart of the ancient conflict between the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Dunmer. So, right, hang on. We're getting into Ashlander business right now, got it. Now, most of this, we already know. The Ashlanders, yeah, used to be like a bigger deal, but over time they've been pushed further and further out by the Empire, Outlanders, the Great Houses, etc, etc. They would love nothing more than Nerevar to come back, kick out the Outlanders, and restore the Ashlanders to what they used to be. But here's where we get into new information. In the past, some have claimed to be the reincarnated Nerevar. The most recent is known as Peakstar, a figure of legend among the Waste tribes for the last 30 years. The temples said these false incarnates disprove the prophecy, since the false incarnates fail and come to nothing. But the mystical Nerevarine cult glorifies rather than shrinks from the contradiction, citing the appearance of failed incarnates as certain proof of Nerevar's coming rebirth. So, right. Peakstar. And if that was only 30 years ago, maybe Peakstar's still around. Okay, that's all we're getting out of him. But more importantly, okay. We've got some flipping books to buy, and I mean, it's like, you know, find a way to earn some money to do this, because blimey, you are swimming in a lot of books, gotcha. Okay, there's Progress of Truth, but oh dear. I'm kind of out of money at this point, so... Okay, we can't have that. By any chance you like have, you know, the other Nerevar bits and pieces as well. Oh, you don't seem to have those. Right, it was mentioned I might be able to pick those up in Balmora at some point, though. And gosh darn it, I'm not sure he's actually got, yes, the book that was mentioned about the flipping, yes, Morag Tong either. Okay, I'm really sorry about this, because I was planning to spend a lot of money at this store, but, your store, like, you know, does make shoplifting pretty bloody easy to do. And I kinda need this book to, like, save the world or something. So once again, I'm so sorry. Okay, so in that case, yes, I feel like we've got everything we could get from Vivic pertaining to what Caius wants us to do. And the notes he's given us, or rather the notes, you know, we were given to give to Caius. We can read those in full if we want to, and the most interesting bit to my mind is, yes, the story of Nerevar, as the Ashlanders might tell it, which rather fascinatingly doesn't really mention Dagoth at all. Nerevar was, you know, a good chap, he was a Khan, war leader of the house people, he liked the ancient spirits, he got on well with the tribes, etc, etc. The Ashlanders would chill with him. So as a result, when he called, yes, the tribes to join him to fight in a great battle at Red Mountain, many Dunmer tribesmen and a horseman die, but the Dwemer were defeated, their evil magics destroyed, the Outlanders driven from the lands. No mention whatsoever of Dagoth. It's all about the Dwemer as far as, yeah, the flipping Ashlanders are concerned. So, right, then we get into the betrayal. Nerevar Winds was not wounded at Red Mountain. Instead, the Great Houses assassinate him. And there begins the promise of his resurrection and that ring that was mentioned by What's-His-Face up in Genesis. And then we get to the question of Peakstar, who unfortunately, yes, didn't just appear 30 years ago, but also disappeared. So, right, tracking them down could be a bit on the tricky side. Still, we do have, yes, one new thing as well at the end here, which is the fable of a cavern of the incarnates, where the spirits of failed incarnates dwell. So, right, there might be a cave where, you know, theoretically, Peakstar could still be hanging out. Now, it's supposed to be for spirits, but that cavern is probably a real cave. Which, theoretically, yes, if there's one place where we might find Peakstar, that's gonna be it. Right, in which case, yeah, what I can do right now is just immediately teleport myself back to Balmora. Beautiful. And if we're lucky, yeah, I might just be able to, you know, get myself a nice payday from Caius in return for all this stuff. So, okay, we hand over the notes and the book. He's not mentioned, yes, anything about smuggling, so I'm guessing we'll pick up on that later. He's also promoting me, which is generous, because I'm pretty sure, yes, like, you know, my rank in the Blades right now is, like, beyond what my personality should allow, but he's promoting me anyway, because me and him, we understand each other through the magic of skooma. So, 200 gold. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. Comes across as a bit patronising there, Caius, but whatever. So, okay, go do some jobs for the guild, do freelance work, just keep your cover story current. Get some training, when you're fit and rested, come back, I'll have new orders for you. So, okay. I'm going to leave you alone just for a second, Caius, because, yes, there is one thing I do need to do with that money you've just given me. We're going flippy book shopping, though, okay, I think I've also got, yes, some random rare gems and whatnot I could sell on the way past, and I know there's a bookstore in town, because, yes, Caius mentioned it to me, and I swear I've seen it at some point too. Oh yeah, Daedra hearts, diamonds, all sorts of bits and pieces, just toss a little extra in, beautiful, and I'm currently so out of breath. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to barter on this occasion. I'm sorry, Revere. I should have, like, you know, got my breath back before beginning the negotiation. Okay, I swear I saw it up here, like at the nice top end of town, because this is where, like, you know, the jewelry store, the fine alchemist and whatnot is. So, okay, yeah, you're the fine clothes store. Okay, this is somewhat embarrassing. So, after, like, you know, tracking down a member of the Morag Tong, etc., etc., and, you know, being so confident it would be really difficult to find them, because that's what Caius said. It turns out there's a branch of the Morag Tong right here in Balmora. Oh, I like your sinister red lighting. Okay, so you guys are, yes, dramatic about it. Gotcha. You're not just the murder cult. You need everybody to know when they step inside, this is the murder cult. And, speaking of which, no one's attacking me for, like, you know, stepping inside, so that's good. You know what? I'm starting to doubt Caius' skills as a spy master. I think the lad's been doing more skooma than we thought, because, you know, he did specifically say, I have no idea how to join the Morag Tong. And, so I've just walked in, spoken to the first person in the room, and they've specifically said to me, we recruit candidates of skill and honour, but only Grandmaster Eno Hlalu in Vivic can authorise new members. So it turns out he could have solved the mystery at any point just by walking across to the other side of town and asking the Morag Tong how you join. It turns out, yes, it's actually pretty simple, and, right. When we say Vivec, you must seek out Eno Hlalu. I mean, logically, that would suggest, yeah, the Hlalu Canton, right? Oh, but never mind, we've got one more piece of evidence to help us out here. That book of the Black Glove. It's right here, and I can't take it, but... Right. Swift and agile, silent and unseen. Yes, I get it. You're very dramatic. You're very scary. You're assassins, etc., etc. So, short blade, or missile fire, and light armor. Okay, so like the Thieves Guild, I might not necessarily be like, you know, entirely the best candidate for this faction. Got it? To make your oath and enter our service, the worthy must seek the Grandmaster, who by tradition lives in the unseen and unlooked-for corners of Vivic City, between the blood of battle and the waters of life. Okay, hang on, don't take this book, they will murder you. The blood of battle might suggest, oh, is the arena just a front? Like, there isn't really an arena, or rather, like, you know, if they do put on shows, which they presumably have to do, it's basically just, yeah, as a cover for what's really going on, which is the arenas where the flipping Morag Tong are based, and potentially, right, the holding cells, etc., etc. If you wanted to say, make someone die in an unsuspicious way, put them into a gladiatorial fight where they can be killed in front of everyone, everyone knows they're dead. But yeah, you didn't do anything wrong, it was just a gladiatorial fight, so okay, right. So it turns out we're going back to Vivic right now. And luckily, yeah, the Silt Strider could take me there immediately. So okay, back at Vivic. That I'm looking at right now. That's going to be, yes, the arena. The blood of battle. Problem is, the waters of life could mean a lot of different things. Like, there is a lot of water around here. There's the canals. And there's also, you know, a canal district underneath everything. Like, all the cantons have got, like, canal works under them. So, right, that could mean it's on, like, the middle floor between the arena, which is up top, and the canal works down bottom. But that will put it in the public area with lots of people passing by. That doesn't seem right. Okay, we'll start in the waste works, which just means, like, you know, the basic starting area, where generally everyone comes through. So, there's lots of bits and pieces dotted around here, fighters' quarters, etc., etc. I kind of looked around this area earlier. This is how I got into the training rooms that we were in before. Nothing looked too suspicious in here. Yeah, quarters, hang on. Canal works. Let's go down. The waters of life. And well, technically, all water could be described as the waters of life. And that's the underwork, so down into the sewer. That doesn't feel like a between. That just means down into the sewer. That feels too low down. Oh, I was just resting up in the sewer to, like, you know, do a bit of water walking. I've had another dream. Honestly, I didn't even go to sleep. I was just, you know, catching my breath for an hour. But sure. In my dream, a tall figure with a golden mask greeted me, saying, "There are many rooms in the house of the master. Be easy, for from the hands of your enemies I have delivered you. It seemed you had died and could see yourself laid upon a table lit by candles. With your own hand, you touched the figure, and the figure drew breath, opened eyes, and rose from the table. Then the room was gone, and you awoke." Once again, funerals, death, etc., etc. That keeps being what I'm dreaming of. Okay, there is somebody down here. Hello there, good sir. Glory to the Morag Tong, and, like, whatever. Me and you... The spell wore off at a really embarrassing moment. Hi! Would you like to be friends, or... No, you're one of the 6 house people, aren't you? We have you in our discerning eye area. We see you waking and sleeping. Okay, beyond that, I'm not seeing any, like, you know, super awesome secret areas down over here in the sewers. Okay, but we do have one more area off the canal works here. The arena storage. So, okay. Just to be ready for anything, to be honest. And, John, it's a cooking storeroom. Okay, don't, like, you know, get too excited here. It's probably where they just, you know, store stuff for the gladiatorial shows, though. Okay, bare minimum. Someone's been living down here. Well, bare minimum. Traps and locked doors does suggest the possibility of, you know, something potentially nice and valuable behind them. You know what? I think we might be onto the right track here. Iron Tanto. We got, yeah, thieves' tools here, but thieves don't generally kill. Combination of a short blade and, you know, sneaky tools. we might be onto something here. Though admittedly, if that is true, that does mean I'm currently robbing, yes, the murder people. Which I probably shouldn't do in, like, many, many ways. Like, that strikes me as a bad idea. But okay. On this side, we've got ourselves a hidden area, you say? Okay. Don't worry, I'm very good at magic, actually. Down to a hidden area. Maybe weapons away. Right. Guys, would anyone... You know what? I think we might have just found the bastards. I mean, everyone's being surprisingly friendly. You know, welcome to Vivic. I'm all messy. Are you looking for services? So, okay. Honestly, you guys are being more chill and welcoming than most people are on the street upstairs. This is lovely. So, you have found our headquarters. This speaks well of you. You should speak with Grandmaster Eno. So, right. We can maybe have ourselves a nice little... Oh, I like your dumb helmet. That's kind of cool. Not really a helmet, to be honest. More of just like a wrap. But, oh, you see, they've got orcs too. I like you. Me and you, we could be best friends. We've been watching you, and we are pleased. One of your exceptional talent cannot go unmastered. Join us. So, okay. People were saying you're very different to what I'm used to in the sense of the Dark Brotherhood. So, right. You perform special duties as the ruling house's direct. Guild members never harm or steal from our brothers or sisters, regardless of rank. Never betray our secrets or our identities. If you break these rules, you must immediately speak with a master to regain your good standing. Or you may be executed. So, right. That's why you're Eno Hlalo. You don't just, you know, take any direction. You're specifically given jobs by the ruling houses, so... okay. You're basically, yes, tools of political assassination. The most powerful aristocrats in Morrowind have their own group of private assassins, which they've declared illegal, who they and only they can send out to murder their enemies. Okay, that sounds significantly more sinister than the Dark Brotherhood, who just accept money for murder. Like, this is somehow worse, I think. Okay, we're gonna let you in as a probationer. To be a full member, you must pass a test. Here is a writ for the honourable execution of Ferruran Oran. You can find him in the Elven Nations Corner Club in Hlalu Plaza. Slay him honourably and report to me. Okay, when you say honourably, what does that actually, like, mean? I mean, the requirements are, yes, like, you know, stealthy illusions. Illusions I could kinda do anyway. So, okay. Short blade and missile fire. Light armor. If that means honourably, I'm not good at any of that. I wear medium armor and hit people with a big hammer. I really hope that's okay. Oh, but I tell you what. If I do this work, then yes. They've got their own spell salesman, and surely you're gonna be selling illusion magic. Because the guy specifically just said, use illusions to misdirect people, so... right, I think I know what needs to be done. Coming up next time, right, we're diving into some assassination. Step 1, we need to prove ourselves by killing someone honourably. But no one's very clear on what honourably means, so... okay, I guess we'll just go and murder the chappie and figure the rest out as we go. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping. Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?